Okay, how's everybody doing today? I just thought I'd give you an update on what's happening in the theater. Obviously this isn't the theater, but everything plugs into here. We did get the structured panel cleaned up a little bit. Got all the Cat 6s terminated anyway, and put a little service loop in up there. Trying to figure out a neat way to do it, but that's what it is at the moment. This other white line is for the antenna, which isn't hooked up, so I'm not sure where I'm going to put that. I do need to do a new power strip setup and clean up these wires down here, but the rest of it's kind of the way it's going to be. So there's that small update. And then I got to get to the equipment I got to talk about. Just for Mr. Jun or Mr. June, because he keeps asking me wants to see the equipment. Here's some of it right here. But we'll get to that in another episode. I know you're waiting for it. Anyway, this is the progress so far. The pocket door I have primed. It's painted 2 coats on the other side. I just have to put another coat on of the black. Or 2 coats on this side, and then figure out how to paint the bottom. It's super heavy. It's a solid door. I wanted a heavy door so I didn't vibrate with the bass in the theater. So that's what I got, and it's only got like a 1/2 inch clearance. So I set up the sawhorses with a blanket so I could lay the blue blanket's going to throw off my white balance here. See, there it goes. So I could lay the door on it and face down, but then I realized that the door is heavy. I only have a tiny little bit of a gap, and I have a spinal injury, so I cannot pick that door up and bring it through the door and set it on here. So I'm going to have to paint it in place. But anyway, we got this trim piece done, sanded, primed, painted, and all figured out, but it's just leaning there. It's got to get nailed up yet. Switches are in. Started terminating more. Got Cat 6 terminated. Got some ends on. I still have to put some more ends on the coax wire for the subs. Did get the back of the room done, the coax and the outlets. I put blank plates on the wall. I'm going to start with 5.2.2 and see how that works, because that's all going to power off the receiver. The receiver's just got 7 channels of amplification. So I can do 5 in the walls and the 2 Atmos channels in the ceiling. And I'll add a 4-channel amp down the road. Amplifiers are scarce right now. It's weird out there this year, so everything's out. But the big update is I went to Home Depot. I said, Home Depot says carpet guaranteed in 7 days, right? Guaranteed installed within 7 days of purchase. So I'm like, okay, I know what carpet I want. I found this gray sample. I'm like, that'll work well. And I pick out the padding that I want, which is good for basements, so it doesn't absorb any moisture. Not that I have any moisture problems down here. I just want to make sure that I don't get that mildew thing going on ever. I don't like the mildew smell. So I call them up and go, okay, I'm ready to order carpet. And they go, oh, well, we have to have somebody come out and measure. They can't take your measurements. They have to do it themselves. Okay, well, when can you come out? Well, that's 6 days from now. So we're already almost a week just to measure. And then I said, well, how are they going to get me the carpet then in a day? Oh, no, it's 7 days after that. Okay, so now we're like 2 weeks. And then they see what carpet I want, and they go, oh, well, that's not 7-day carpet. The 7-day carpet, and he's like, and to be honest, you don't want any of the 7-day carpet anyway. That stuff's junk. And they only have brown. So basically any carpet you look at there is not going to qualify for that. So they tell me that, I said, well, how long does it take for the regular carpet? Well, normal turnaround's like 4 to 6 weeks, like all the other carpet. Oh, okay, plus the week that it took to come out and measure. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's it. I already picked out my carpet, so let's just go and do it. Okay. Then they call me 3 days later and they go, well, what carpet sample did you pick so we can give you a quote? I said, the guy that came out to measure entered all that into his tablet, so you should have all that information. And they go, well, we would have no way to see any of that information. Like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Why would the people that come out and measure not not give that information to the people that are quoting? I have no idea, but that's how they say it works. So I have to give it to them again. So okay, I call back in and I say, okay, this is the carpet sample number and all that, and I want this, this particular carpet padding. And then they tell me, oh, well, that carpet padding you can't get with installation. I'm like, well, what do you mean? You sell carpet and you have padding and you have it listed per square foot and we know how many square feet it is, so why don't you just put that in? Like, it's a more expensive carpet padding anyway. It's the most expensive one they had, actually. So why wouldn't you put that in? Oh, well, we only sell that by the roll. Okay, well, what other carpet padding do you have that's good for basements? Well, everything else they have is open cell foam. They had one that has a layer of a moisture barrier on the top and the bottom. It's still open cell foam, but at least I'll have that second layer from the bottom so it can't soak up moisture from the floor. So I'm like, okay, let's go with that. It's more expensive than the price that they quote online, of course, because the installed price, they say installation is free over $4.99 for the order, but the padding that you're going to use is 30 cents more a square foot because you're not buying a roll. So they're kind of charging you for the installation anyway. So I go, okay, fine. This story goes on. I go, okay, fine. So I'll just pay it. I give my credit card over the phone. When can you install it? Right? I paid in full. They go, and it was $800 basically. So give you an idea. That's not the most expensive carpet they have. This is a small room too. It's only 12 by 13. But with the better padding, $800. So they go, okay, well, somebody will call you and to set up the install. So 3 days later, somebody calls me and they go, oh, did they explain about the asbestos test for the tile floor? I said, no, they're not removing the tile. We're covering it up with the carpet. And they said, oh, well, that doesn't matter. We have to have it asbestos tested. I said, well, why? I checked online. The number one way to get rid of or to deal with asbestos, or the potential for asbestos in your basement for the flooring, is to just cover it. That's what they suggest. They suggest not tearing it up because you're not at risk when it's stuck to the floor. And they say, oh, well, Home Depot won't do that, so we have to have an asbestos test done so we know if it's got asbestos in it, even though it doesn't matter because they're covering it up. So I say, okay, well, how much is that? Well, there's a test kit, and those are $11 or $12, and then we have to send it off, and then you got to pay $40 per test to get the results for it. Oh, how long does that take? Well, that takes a week and change. And then once we get the results from that, then we can move forward. I said, well, what if it has asbestos in it? I mean, I was just assuming that it might, but it's safe because it's in the tile. It's not airborne. That's why I was covering it. And they say, oh, well, they won't even do the carpet if there is asbestos in it. So if it has it, then they won't lay carpet over it at all. Like, oh, this is just ridiculous. So now, I mean, my goal was to have movies by Thanksgiving, but it's not looking good for that. So maybe Christmas. I don't know. And then I just kind of mentally shut down for a week because I haven't even sent the test in yet because I'm just kind of beside myself on what to do about it. It's annoying me that that was so difficult and they're still not going to put carpet down probably. Because I know the test is probably going to come back, it's probably going to have asbestos, and then they're not going to do it. So what was the point? I need another carpet guy. Anyway, I've rambled on enough. That's the situation right now. I'm going to keep terminating. I'm probably going to start mounting speakers and mounting the TV. And I might just put a big rug in here for a while until get the carpet situation figured out. And I got some old furniture that I can use. I know my theater chairs are being built, and they're in production, so they're going to be on their way very soon. So it would be nice to have carpet in here. I may just cancel the order completely and just find another carpet person that can do it quicker. Anyway, it's been a strange year for everything. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Take her easy.